Hey friends, kamusta kayo? I just want to share with you my book. Ayan. Kamusta? Can you see my screen? Ayan. Okay, good. So I want to share with you first and foremost, good morning from Texas. I'm in Dallas right now. Actually, Cedar Hill, Texas. We are about 30 minutes to Dallas, and this is our new home since December of last year. I want to share with you the good news. Itong book natin, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, a transformational manual is now available sa Amazon. So pwede na po kayong mag-purchase. And on November 17, it will be available on Kindle. Ayan. So I just want to briefly share kung ano pong content, kung ano ba itong librong ito. Okay, so this book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, is a positive mental attitude mindset book. So it's a self-help. I have 4 contributing authors, and the book is divided into 4 parts. So bawat part ay meron tayong story. This is in English, but this will be translated to Filipino, to Tagalog, and to Spanish. So I just want to share with you kung ano ba to. Attorney, ano ba yan? So if you go to Amazon or to Kindle, you will see that there's so many books like this. Pero ito yung cover, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, a transformational manual. And of course, I'm the author with co-authors. Ayan, so I want to share with you kung sino yung mga co-authors ko. I'm not going to tell their story. I want you to support us and I want you to read their story. Lahat ng story nila at ng aming story ni Randy ay very inspirational. So my intention is to get this translated for distribution in the Philippines and as well as translated to Spanish. By the way, my husband is here.
I have a question for the author.
Okay.
My question for the author. I'm right here. How do I get a signed copy of your book?
Well, it's coming, right? I think November, in a few days,
Yes.
the big order is coming. So, yes, baby. You read the book so many times because Randy was the one who helped me with the editing, of course. Randy is my support. But anyway, we're going to have our book launch on December 4 in Plano. The name of the venue is Turbo Coffee, and that's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you are in Texas, if you are in the Dallas area, I want to invite you to join the book launch of Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. Now, this is a personal transformation book, but this is not just my story. So yung part 1, Randy and I shared our MS story. As you know, we experienced so many struggles and challenges dealing with the disease, with the multiple sclerosis. And we made a pact to never give up, never surrender. And I want to share to you how we got there. So yung mga challenges natin and everything, sometimes very depressing, di ba? But by sharing this, we can help and inspire other people who are going through the same situation.
As they say, shared joy is multiplied and shared pain is lessened.
Yes. Shared joy is multiplied, Shared pain is lessened. Ayan. Diba? So on the first part of the book, in part one, we talk about the mind, understanding the mental battlefield going on in our mind. You know, there are two energies lang, positive and negative mental attitude or energy. Um, so maraming nagtatanong, why do I have to write this book? uh, this is not even an art book. Gusto ko siyang isulat or sinulat ko siya because I want to share yung na-experience ko, yung mga struggles. In the past, I had so many limiting beliefs, you know, yung background ko from the Philippines coming to the United States. Marami akong limiting beliefs and I didn't even know about that. Marami rin akong mental blocks, okay, that I had to understand. And I also had negative bias. You know, my training as a lawyer, it's always the worst case scenario. So parang you have to think of the worst case scenario for your client. And guess what? If you miss that, what will happen is probably a bar complaint. Okay. So ang training naming mga lawyer is always the worst case scenario. And it's not easy, you know, to have a lot of limiting beliefs. If you know your limiting beliefs, then that's one thing. But many people do not know that. Also, sa ating kaalaman, ang marami nagsasabi, oh, tayo daw pong mga Pilipino ay pa-victim mentality. Yan. Lagi daw pa-victim. Um, and it's not good. You know, on the first part of the book, I wrote about poverty mentality versus abundance mentality. And, you know, some people, hindi nila alam, they do not know that the mentality that they have is actually poverty mentality, and that is preventing them from reaching their full potential. So in this book, I wrote about that. So part one, you will also meet yung dalawang personality na meron ka. Yung inner critic or your inner champion. So, sino ba yung palagi mong kausap? Inner critic or inner champion? Ayan, so introduction to your inner critic or inner champion. I have that. And sometimes my inner critic is very, very active and and is preventing me from fulfilling my heart's desires. Pero now, after learning the process and the tools, mas active na yung inner champion ko. So it can be learned. That's the good thing. Okay. And then part two. Oh, by the way, on part one, we actually have an expert contributor, si Dr. Arlene Binoya Strugar. She's a neuroscientist. She's a psychology expert. You know what I like about Dr. Arlene? Everything she says is backed by science. Sobra talagang research-based. And she actually contributed an article in the book. You know, it's about neuroscience and neuroplasticity. So the title of her contribution, I changing the brain, the mind, and life. Recently, I attended a mental health forum meetup, and it turned out that Dr. Arlene was the speaker. And she talked about this. You know, even if you age pala, you can still change your brain. And your brain changes depending on what you do, what you experience, what you believe. And the good thing about it is that it's within your control. Actually, she even contributed yung mga studies, positive mental attitude, and even some hacks on how you can increase neuroplasticity in your brain, like learning a new language. Ayan. So last year, you know what I did for a year? I learned Spanish. And I think I learned more than 1,000 words. And then I got tired of it. But those things that you do, learning maybe a new way of art, learning painting, or maybe doing things differently increases neuroplasticity. So yung contribution niya is very, very important. And I asked her she's very gracious to to provide this research to the book. Now, the second contributor naman is from Prague. She's one of my friends from Czech Republic, si Miss Lady Grace Montol. I'm not gonna tell her story, but she turned pain into purpose. Ito lang siguro sasabihin ko kasi maraming nagdaan na lalo na sa atin yung from the Philippines to coming to other countries, 'di ba? Na nakapag-asawa ng mga foreigners, yung mga challenges natin and divorce. Um, in the Philippines, there's no divorce, but here in the US and in Europe, meron. So, yun lang sasabihin ko, but her story is very powerful. I met her. She's a very beautiful woman. She's very, very smart. And when I learned about her story, I asked her to write it, and she's very, very generous to share her story. Ang title is Turning Pain into Purpose. And on part two, what I like about this is we talk about shifting your mind. So, di ba, alam mo na yung limiting beliefs, mental blocks. We talk about that in part one. In part two, how do you shift it when you recognize na, oh, yung parang purong limiting beliefs naman pala ako. Limiting beliefs are the beliefs that you have na you're not even aware sometimes. Sometimes you are. Saan ba nagmumula? Maybe past trauma, past experience, kung say for instance, yung mga nag-divorce, di ba, nasaktan, or yung nagkaroon ng problema sa asawa, nagkaroon ng betrayal, and then, okay, maybe growing up, yung mga naririnig mo, you grew up in a very unsupportive environment, di ba? So, and then, hindi mo alam na nandyan pala siya. So, when you make decisions, nandun yon lumulutang, di ba? Pero, in part two, we talk about how to shift that. Okay, so shifting. On part two also, we learn how to let go. Yung mga resentments, mga hate, ayan. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng dalhin. Ang bigat-bigat na, dala-dala mo pa siya. So on part two, we talk about that. We talk about shifting from struggle to pain, or baliktad, from struggle to strength, sorry, from pain into power. Now, in part two, I wrote about the 4 R's of transformation. Now, this is not novel or unique or new. Yung 4 R's of transformation, number one, recognize. Okay? You recognize what you don't like anymore in your life. It's okay. If you don't like something in your life, that's fine. Um, recognize it. Number two is release. Yan. Release what you do not like. Release whatever it is that does not serve you anymore. Maybe an old habit. Yan. Maybe a toxic relationship. O kaya naman yung limiting belief. I'll share to you a limiting belief that I had to deal with. Okay. A limiting belief that I was not good enough as an artist. Can you believe that? That sa dinami ng shows and exhibitions and monuments, I had this limiting belief long time ago, not too long ago, but I had to deal with that. Uh, my background was not fine arts. Okay, although I grew up as an artist because I was always drawing, as a child, I knew that ang aking soul is an artist. But I didn't have the training. So, hindi uso sa aming pamilya ang pagiging fine artist. I was born in Pasay City. Yan. So, um, and I went to law school, and I became a lawyer. I didn't have a fine art training. So in the back of my head, meron akong insecurity. Oh, that I didn't learn this, that everything is just, natural born daw. But you know what? There are so many things that I cannot execute because I do not know the fundamentals. And that's always a limiting belief for me. So I had to deal with that limiting belief, okay? I had to release the belief that my art was not good enough, okay? And then number three, so as I said, limiting belief, maybe a toxic relationship, you're with a partner who's very, very toxic. Um, and number two is number first one is to recognize it. Number two is to release it, to release whatever is not serving you. It's okay to do that. Um, and I will tell you later on, yung experience ko as a lawyer for victims of domestic abuse or VAWA. Um, sometimes for them, releasing that kind of relationship is very hard. And by the way, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not trained for this to give counseling. I am sharing my personal experience. Okay. So on part two, we talk about 4 R's of transformation: recognize, release, realign with with the vision of your new self. So dapat when you release, you have to have a version or yung new self mo, may vision ka of your new self. Hindi ka pwedeng walang vision because what will happen, you're just gonna go back to the old self. It will just be a cycle. So the third step is to realign with your new self. So what is your new self? I learned in this process that we have a low self and then we have a high self. Yung high self natin is the best self, is the sacred self. This is the creative, the loving, the understanding, the forgiving self. Yung low self natin, yung napaka-ego na self natin, who makes decision based on fear, who's very angry, very hateful, very lazy. And that is our low self. But we have that. Sometimes we have our low self. Sometimes we have our high self. Tao lang naman tayo eh. But when you do the transformation, you have on your third step, you have to align with your new self. So sino ba yung new self ko? Hindi ka pwedeng walang new self. Otherwise, you're gonna go back to step one and this is just gonna be a cycle. So maybe my new self is someone who is healthier. Or maybe my new self is somebody who is what? 30 pounds lighter? Nako. 'Di ba? Or maybe my new self is Elaine the author. Ayan. Or maybe my new self is myself who is kinder, more loving, more understanding, more forgiving. Ayan. So that's number three. Number four is you recreate your life based on your new self. So recreation, rebuilding, diba? So you have to have a version of your new self or a new goal or a new vision. And then part four is recreation. Now, I think people get stuck because in that process, they stop at number two or number one. They recognize that something is a problem. Oh, I'm overeating. Oh, I'm eating the wrong kind of food. Or this relationship is very toxic. Number two, some people, they can't let go. Okay. Or they say they let go, but then they don't have a version of their new or a vision of their new self. So they get stuck on the second part. Hindi sila makapag-move. It's going to be a cycle. So on part two, we talk about that on this. Okay. And then on part three, oh, highlight ko pala sa part two, ang paborito ko, yung power inside us. So this book is a combination of neuroscience, neuroplasticity, positive mental attitude, ancient wisdom. Kasi ang pananaw ko is that when God created us, or for me, the bigger power is my God. Okay? And marami pong kanya-kanyang interpretation. But for me, my bigger power is God. And when God created us, He created us in His image. And He gave His power to us. So meron na tayong power when we were created. It's already here. We don't even have to ask for it. Ang hinihintay na lang, the only thing that we need to do is accept that power and put it in good use. So I incorporated some teachings of Ernest Holmes, my favorite American philosopher, religious leader. And and when you realize that you have that power inside you, then lumalakas ka nalilift ka. And that power inside you is the one that is connected to your creator. Ayan. When you use that power inside you, what happens is you are in your high self or your sacred self. So you become more creative, you become more loving. So marami nagtatanong sa akin, how long do you do your sculpture? How long do you do your work? Honestly, I work when I make art, I have to have the best mental and emotional state. I have to have the best spirit. I cannot make art when I'm so mad, so tired, so upset. So I have to be in a very good mental and emotional state, or in a very good spirit, you know. And when you are in that high self, you're very attached, you're very connected to God, to your creator. Some people call them universe, ayan, bigger power. But I think it's very hard to live this life kung if you don't believe to a bigger power or to a co-creator. So kasama din yon that this co-creator or God or the bigger power is always supporting and loving us. The world is not against us. Okay? So, yun yung part 2. Ayan. So, ang story po niyan ay yung story ni Lady Grace Pantol of Prague. Very inspirational and very empowering. And the third part, okay, so after you have transformed, you live your new life. How do you live your new life? You had the old version, or you have the old version, get rid of it. Live the new version of yourself. And how do you do that? Actually, you don't need permission to live your new life. When are you going to live your new life, your happy life? When? You can live it now. You can start living your new life now. On the part 3, yung story naman ni Dr. Michelle Miras. I'm not going to talk about her story, but I want to tell you how I met her. I was invited to be a speaker at a mental health advocacy seminar in Colorado Springs. And Dr. Michelle Miras was one of the speakers. She was so powerful. She was so passionate that after I heard Dr. Michelle, sabi ko, I'm gonna build my monuments. I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna dedicate my life to art because that's my passion. And actually, on the same day that we had the talk, we met the government official that led us to the building of the monument in Colorado Springs, the synchronicity. Na he was also a speaker. Senator Dennis Heisey, Superintendent Heisey, was there. Pero I heard Dr. Michelle Miras spoke. she was so passionate and her story was so powerful, yung struggles niya to survival. And now she wrote more than 30 books. She launched a recording career. And of course, she's speaking all over the world. She's a speaker. And now she's very generous to share her story to us. Sabi ko nga, parang Doc Michelle, parang hindi ako deserving dito sa contribution mo. Because this is my first book coming out. Well, my first was about my short memoir, but this is the first time that I'm gonna do something like this, parang I'm not so sure how I'm going to market this or promote this so that other people can see this. I mean, I'm too small for this. But you know what? She wrote to me and she said she believes in what I'm doing and that she's contributing so that other people can be inspired. Ayan. So, yung struggles niya, what I can say is that she survives so many things and she's very strong, and very powerful and very inspirational. So, itong part 3, yun ang ating highlight story. Part 3 is about living your new life. After you discovered, you learned who you don't want to be, all the limiting beliefs, all the negativity, all the toxicity. And then you learn to let go. You have a vision of your new self. And then you are recreating your life. How do you live your new life? What do you do, 'di ba? So, kailangan mong it has to be intentional. Uh, being joyful, being purposeful, yeah, it has to be intentional. Hindi lang you wake up and then you wait for the motive to come. O kaya kung kailan ka high or good feeling, then you do something. No, I think everything is intentional. And even, yung story namin ni Randy, every day we have to be intentionally joyful and grateful. It's very difficult when you are sick and yung mindset mo pa hindi pa ganon. The more negative you are when you're sick, the more painful it will become. So we learn to be intentional with how we feel, how we think, and how we communicate and treat each other and the people around us. So that's part 3. Now, part 4 naman, ang ating feature story is the story of Mr. Jordan Morris. This is very compelling. The story of Miss Grace Morris, ni Ate Grace from Colorado Springs, and Mr. Jordan Morris. So si Jordan is American and Ate Grace is Filipino-American, and Ate Grace adopted Jordan when he was young. I'm not going to tell the story in full, but it's very inspirational. It's a recovery story, and I really want to share it because his intention is to give hope that it's the change is possible, that recovery is possible, and he shared how he was able to recover. So for those people who are suffering from addiction and family who are suffering, the story of Ate Grace, Janie and Jordan, a very powerful, inspirational story. They will give hope. So sana basahin po ninyo. So the part 4 of the book is about becoming the change. So si Jordan talaga, I really made him the feature story because he embodies this. He is the change, literally, And when he got out from prison, he found that, he's already changed while inside. And then when he got out, um, he founded a nonprofit, Ascend, helping a lot of people. And 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 so when he shared this story, sabi ko, tamang-tama. When you transformed, you don't keep the transformation to yourself. You have to share your transformation because ultimately the true transformation must be shared to other people. Yan. So hindi lang yung tayo yon, di ba, na bago. We have to share it because by sharing, we can inspire, we can give hope, we can enlighten, we can share the pain and the success, di ba? So part four is becoming the change. Now, part four also is how to become a transformed leader. So I believe that you cannot be a leader unless you can lead yourself. Yeah. And then the characteristics of a transformed leader and the heart of leadership is servant leadership. And that's what we need right now. So yung from personal transformation to becoming a transformational leader. Full circle. So yan po ang librong Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. And it's now available sa Kindle, November 17. Pero sa Amazon, you can order the book na paperback. I think it's 1925 only. And you get that. Now, what we want to do is make this a workshop, a personal transformation workshop. But I want to thank everyone for supporting. And I want to thank my co-authors, Dr. Arlene Strugar for her neuroscience and neuroplasticity contributions, si Dr. Michelle Miras, Lady Grace Bantol, and of course, si Ate Grace Morris and Jordan Morris. So sana po suportahan nyo. The book launching will happen on December 4 sa Plano, Texas. And then we will also have an online book launching and then workshops. So sana po, if you really want to change your life, this is a good book for you. If you want to get unstuck, ayan, this is a good book for you. If you want to be inspired, and if you want to support an inspirational movement, yan po, sana supportahan nyo. Please do support. Salamat. Thank you.